Welcome to 2K Sports Annual Noche NBA presentation. We're excited to bring you this celebratory fusion of basketball and Latin culture. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Cade Cunningham out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Duren in at center, filling out the middle. Well, Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done.
The free throw drops for Harris. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
And so he makes both from the line. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
And here's Detroit. Cunningham with the ball. Now guarded by Suggs. And that one's good. Thompson.
Well, that sometimes is a tough area for Thompson, but he manages to get off a smooth shot.
Now here's Banchero. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. Carter can't get it to go. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Robinson. And here's Cunningham outside. It's rebounded by Banchero. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Suggs. The three is up. And Cunningham pulls it down. Harris outside. Cunningham on the wing. Back to Harris. Detroit moving the ball around. Robinson gets the bucket.
I mean, this is what Duncan Robinson does. He finds you points at the arc.
For Orlando, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Outside Bane. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, it took him 4 attempts, but they've taken the lid off the basket. Maybe that'll get some momentum going.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. Releases from 15. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Pass to Suggs. Back to Banchero. Picked by Carter. There's the triple. Banchero no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Outside Robinson. Now Cunningham.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Well, I like Cunningham in the paint the most. His outside shot is still developing, so his focus should be on scoring inside.
Now here's Bane. Last game with 30. Carter, a screen on Harris. The three from Banchero. The rebound by Detroit. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
And they let that game get closer than it should have been. A little surprising it went their way.
Harris with it, guarded by Banchero. And here's Cunningham outside, rebounded by Suggs.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
And there's the lob. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
I mean, did you see the strength and force? I mean, that's what puts Banchero ahead.
Cunningham looking around. Here's Harris. Great D that time from Banchero.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Bane, the pass to Banchero. And it's Banchero again missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Cunningham gets it to fall from the right block. Cunningham's got his second bucket of the night.
Yep, and that's a confidence builder for Cunningham. Good to see him getting it done inside.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Suggs against Cunningham. Black outside. Pulls it. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 4 rebounds now. Fires from way outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so the first quarter is in the books. Detroit on top, up 8. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
They've got Desmond Bane, and it's Bataze in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Now here's Bane. Shakes him, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, Bane is a talented scorer. Not just a perimeter threat, he's also capable of finishing inside.
In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Desmond Bane, a deadly floor spacer, but he said, I have to be respected in a lot of different ways. Don't pigeonhole me into just being a catch-and-shoot guy or a movement shooter. I can score the ball in a variety of ways and do multiple things on the court. Back to you guys.
A lot in his bag. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Launches a three. The offensive rebound. Richardson for 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Detroit leading by 8. To the left side wing. Jenkins' shot is good. Jenkins has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A Swiss Army knife talent, LeVert is very skilled at setting the table for his teammates.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Big group substitution here for Detroit. Harris is checked in for Holland. Thompson comes in for LeVert. Robinson, he's checked in for Herter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Black. Over to the wing. Outside Bane. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Pistons. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip. Most of the season behind us, Grant. talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now. He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Pass to Thompson. Six on the shot clock. Stewart, a screen on Bane. He shoots it. Thompson's shot is off.
Well, that miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
Suggs, the pass to Bane. Vitaze, a screen on Thompson. The three from Bane. The rebound by Stewart. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Cunningham from behind the arc. That won't go. Just 2 for 7 shooting.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And while they've continued to progress into an elite defense, the Magic knew they had to improve offensively.
And balancing a roster is tricky, BA. You don't want to lose that defensive identity, but you got to give up something to get something back.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And stand the Pistons' J.B. Bickerstaff, the runner-up last season for Coach of the Year.
Well, yeah, instead it went to Kenny Atkinson, who replaced him in Cleveland. But BA, talking about landing on your feet, Bickerstaff showing again he can turn things around.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. All right, let's have a look at which team scored the most second chance points in the second half of the season. The Pistons in second.
Second half of the season, they've made a concerted effort to compete on the offensive glass, and you see it in the numbers.
.103 left to play in the second quarter. Robinson on the wing. Back to Harris. Fires from deep. Orlando with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
They've closed the gap over the last few possessions, but can they push through and grab the lead?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Now here's Robinson. In his last outing, 8 points for him.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Cunningham against Suggs. Pass to Banchero. Shot clock at 5. Nice D from Thompson.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Detroit on top, up by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
Bunch of road games coming up. This could be a good challenge for them.
Yeah, it could bond these guys together, help team chemistry. Depends on what these guys are made of. And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the Magic.
Chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to balance their attack.
Yeah, you want to put your players in a position to succeed, and I don't see that in the first half.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Paolo Banchero with a strong contribution so far in this one.
There's virtually nothing you can do to stop him. I mean, you can't even contain him. He's been that great.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
And on the floor for J.B. Bickerstaff as we get into the second half. Harris and Duren together in the middle. Duncan Robinson is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the three.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all three levels.
Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Cunningham, powerful take from Cunningham.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders. There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that." Brian?
They've got their fans fired up. All right, thank you, Allie.
That is what they want from Duren. Spike it, young fella.
Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Black outside. And there's a pick. Banchero outside. Ooh, Banchero with the touch from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Carter, a screen on Harris. To the paint. Oh, deflected. Duren with a steal. And he's going for the lob. And the dunk by Duren.
Well, as a lob partner, Duren's exactly what you want. He really goes and gets it.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Got a piece of it. And here comes the break. Here's Cunningham. And Cunningham running the floor.
Well, look, Cunningham is a dangerous scorer in any situation, but out in space, he's lethal.
Banchero outside. Pass to Bane. Banchero in the post. Harris on him. Banchero passes to Carter. The rebound by Detroit. Duren's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle. And Harris throws it down.
A solid athlete with a good vertical. Harris knows how to get inside and hammer it home.
Outside Bane. With the floater. And it's good on the layup. Bane's got 6. Grant, you are a Hall of Fame small forward, so you know a bit about the position. What's key in excelling at the 3?
Well, B.A., you have to be able to space the floor. We almost never see a 3 or even 4 who can't make threes. And on the other end, lots of times you're matched up with quick guards.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. ends up going with a new group. A big group substitution here for Detroit. Stewart, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. LeVert comes in for Thompson. Herter's checked in for Robinson. Jenkins comes in for Cunningham. Stewart outside. Here's Jenkins. And again, no good by Detroit.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Outside Richardson. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Detroit. They've led by as many as 11. Pass to Duren. And here's LeVert. He's scoreless. Now Stewart, shot clock at 6. Sends it home from three-point land.
Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
Outside Richardson. Orlando needs to get off a shot here. And so it's Detroit closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Defense is setting the tone. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Goga Bitadze, and it's Richardson in at the 1. That's who's out there for Orlando. And it's Cunningham missing. Magic trail by 7. Here's De Silva. Pass to Richardson. And there's a 3-second violation. Detroit leading by 7. Cunningham outside from deep three-point land. Unable to get that one.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside Bane. Deflected. And here's LeVert for 3. The shot that time not on target. The Magic shooting just 37% in the game. No good on the 3. The Pistons have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. Pass to Cunningham. Herter from long range. It's rebounded by Bitadze. Bitadze's got his 6th rebound on the night. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Fires the 3. Payne with another miss.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Now here's Stewart, guarded by Bane. From 8 feet away, and there's the bucket as Stewart finishes it off. And the Pistons lead by 9.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Substitution here for Detroit. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Harris comes in for Holland. Thompson, he's checked in for Levert. And it's Robinson in for Herder. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Jamal Mosley was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Banchero. Just 5 to shoot. Robinson rips down the board.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Thompson scanning the floor. Misses the 3! Magic trail by 9. And Carroll with it. Now guarded by Duren. Banchero outside. That misses!
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Robinson outside. Duren in the post. He's checked by Carter. That one goes! Yes, sir!
Well, the defense is right there, but Duren doesn't care.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Carter, high post, working on Duren. Banchero in the post, pounded by Harris. Good for 2!
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Thompson outside. Here's Robinson. Thompson outside. Now Robinson. Cunningham outside. Oh, off target from downtown. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Banchero. Harris there for the rebound. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Duren with a screen on Banchero. Now Duren. Outside Cunningham. Shot from 16. Robinson outside. Oh, missed on the tray.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
Now here's Black. Carter, a screen on Robinson. Here's Suggs. Let's loose for 3. It's cleared away by Thompson. So we see the Pistons get the win here. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. So long, everyone.